Tonight on the update, GMWU tax government on Labour Department tighten legislation on contract employment, government told. Fight against rosewood heightens, minister impounds illegal rosewood in Savannah region. Electricity tariff up by over 11%, new tariffs effective July 1st, 2019. UNHCR marks World Refugee Day, worldwide displacement exceeds 70 million. FIFA takes over CAF administration. Fatma Samora appointed General Delegate for Africa for 6 months. AFCON begins today. Egypt vs Zimbabwe march to open tournament. Good evening and welcome to your preferred news update program on TV. I'm Kofi Esiedu Berryman and this is the update. The Ghana Mine Workers Union GMWU has urged government to tighten legislation on contract employment in Ghana to eradicate what it termed as continuous abuse of workers. GMWU has also asked government to strengthen the capacity of the Labour Department by employing more labour inspectors and equipping them with the appropriate logistics to effectively perform their mandate in line with the Labour Act 651. The union made the call in a statement signed by its Deputy General Secretary, Abdul Momin Gbana, in reaction to the recent impasse between employees of some contract firms working for the Ghana Bauxite Company and their host, Ghana Bauxite Company Limited, over reported poor working conditions. It will be recalled that on Monday, June 17, some contract workers at Ghana Bauxite Company in Awaso in the Western North region staged a violent demonstration over their meager remuneration. In the statement, the Ghana Mine Workers Union said while it did not condone the actions of these contract workers, it sympathized with their plight as working people. It, however, called on all feuding parties to cease fire while immediate steps are taken to resume negotiations. The Savannah Regional Minister Salifu Adam Brima has impounded a truck loaded with illegal rosewood at a community near Tulue in the Savannah region. The minister, who is on a familiarization tour of the region, chanced upon a truck with registration number AS9995F being loaded with the illegal rosewood and ordered for the arrest of the driver. The license of the driver and documents of the truck were seized when the driver failed to produce his permit. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has banned the lumbering of rosewood in line with the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species (CITES). According to the minister, due to the fight against illegal lumbering of rosewood in the region, the dealers have developed a new strategy by transporting it through Kushegu, Mangao to Yeji instead of passing through Tamale. He, however, warned that the fight against illegal rosewood in the region was on and they would not allow anybody to take the law into their own hands and destroy the forest. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission PURC says it has approved an 11.17% tariff increase for recovery of total electricity revenue requirement for the regulated electricity market effective July 1, 2019. PURC made the announcement in a press release dated June 21, 2019 and signed by its Executive Secretary Mame Dufie-Ofori. According to the release, in taking the decision, the Commission received and considered tariff proposals from stakeholders, including the various utility service providers in the electricity and water subsectors, namely Volta River Authority, Ghana Grid Company Limited, Electricity Company of Ghana, Power Distribution Services PDS, Ghana Limited, Northern Electricity Distribution Company, and Enclave Power Company Limited. It said, in line with the Commission's regulatory oversight mandate, extensive technical and financial analysis of the proposals were undertaken. The release indicated that the key objective of the tariff review was to sustain the financial viability of utility service providers as well as ensuring delivery of quality service to consumers. It revealed that as a major policy shift aimed at enhancing the competitiveness of Ghanaian industries, the Commission has eliminated the maximum demand charge on industrial customers' special low tariff (SLT). It noted that, and I quote, "This 2019-2020 major tariff review decision is the outcome of prudent cost review and effective monitoring undertaken by the Commission. Details of the approved electricity tariffs and the rationale for the decision will, however, be published on the Commission's website." It will be recalled that in February 2019, the Commission announced that the new electricity tariff would take effect from July 1, 2019, following a mandatory major tariff review consultation in January this year. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee, UNHCR, has estimated that the number of people fleeing war, persecution, and conflict exceeded 70 million in 2018. The estimate, captured in UNHCR's annual Global Trend Report released on 18 June, is the highest level the UN Refugee Agency has ever seen. UN High Commissioner for Refugee, Filippo Grandi, speaking on the occasion of the World Refugee Day marked on June 19, said, and I quote, "What we are seeing in these figures is further confirmation of a long-term rising trend in the number of people needing international protection." Mr. Grandi further noted that there was an outpouring of generosity and solidarity, especially by communities who themselves are hosting large numbers of refugees. Within the 70.8 million figure in the Global Trend Report are three main groups. The first is refugees, meaning people forced to flee their country because of conflict, war, or persecution. In 2018, the number of refugees reached 25.9 million worldwide, from which each second was a child. The second, with 3.5 million, is asylum seekers, people outside their country of origin and receiving international protection but awaiting the outcome of their claim for refugee status. The third and biggest group, at 41.3 million, is people displaced to other areas within their own country, a category commonly referred to as internally displaced people, or IDPs. Grandi highlights solutions and removing obstacles for people being able to return home is complex work in which UNHCR is constantly engaged, but which also requires all countries to come together for a common good. It is one of the greatest challenges of our time. Ghana is host to about 13,500 refugees and asylum seekers from different countries of origin. And now in sports, FIFA has taken over the administration of African football to plug a few gaping holes within the Confederation of African Football (CAF). In a joint statement with CAF Thursday, FIFA indicated that both organizations have agreed to appoint FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samora as their General Delegate for Africa for a period of 6 months, beginning from August 1, 2019 to January 31st, 2020. CAF's Ahmad has proposed to its executive committee gathered in Cairo on Wednesday to seek FIFA's expertise to assess the current situation in the African governing body. Ahmad, who comes from the SADC and COSAFA region, is fresh from a probe by the Swiss authorities on allegations of corruption, something that he has denied. Madame Fatima has also been tasked with the efficient and professional organization of all African competitions, supports the growth and development of football in all countries in the region of CAF. According to the statement, Samora would stay Secretary General of FIFA and would delegate her functions within the international administration in accordance with the relevant internal regulations. The 2019 edition of the African Cup of Nations will begin today in Cairo, Egypt. Egypt and Zimbabwe are due to open the competition's account after an expected glamorous opening ceremony at the Cairo International Stadium. The Ghana Football Association Normalization Committee Chairman Dr. Kofi Anwa has called on Ghanaians to rally total support for the Black Stars. The Black Stars of Ghana are scheduled to commence the tournament on Tuesday in a match to be played against their Beninois counterpart in Ismailia. According to the NC boss, the Black Stars' preparations would be complete if the entire nation's rallied support for the team. Meanwhile, Egyptian Football Association (EFA) chairman Hani Abu Rida announced yesterday that FIFA President Gianni Infantino would attend the 2019 African Cup of Nations AFCON's opening ceremony. The Stars are in Group F with Benin, Cameroon and Guinea-Bissau. The Black Stars would play their first match against Benin on Tuesday, June 25th. That will be all for the update tonight. For more news, visit dailyguidenetwork.com and at Daily Guide Network on all social media platforms. The update is brought to you proudly by Diamond Cement and powered by Press Express. I'm Kofi Esiedu Barema. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.